All right, I've lived in Portland my entire life, and we just experienced the worst winter storm that I can remember. We're gonna talk about it in this video. Stay tuned to learn more. Hey, what's up everybody? This is Paul Clem, licensed broker with eXp Realty, and in this video we're talking about this winter storm that we just had in the Portland metro area.
It's the perfect texture for running, very low impact on its dry snow so your feet don't get wet.
The worst that I can remember, not by inches of snow, it's easy enough to get around, but the amount of downed trees, power outage, and internet outage is by far and away more than I can remember. And it's not just isolated to one neighborhood or one part of town. This is throughout the metro area. A ton of people are having a ton of issues with, again, down trees, down power lines. Power's been out, for some people 3-4 days. Some people's internet is still out since Saturday, so it's Tuesday today, so for the last 4 days, including mine. So I haven't had internet. We lost power for over 24 hours. Had to relocate for a night. Just a big mess. And really the biggest thing that seems to set this storm apart from anything else that I've experienced is all the downed trees. So there was 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts basically all of Saturday. You had sleet falling, a little bit of snow. I mean, we have like 1 inch or 2 inches accumulated on the ground, but it's basically just freezing rain and sleet coming down that is sticking to the trees, making the trees super heavy. And with the wind blowing, I mean, trees were coming down left and right. I know so many people whose houses have been hit by a tree, big branches, or their neighbors, big trees. We're talking big 100, 120, 150 foot Doug firs, cedar trees, big old growth trees that have been here for a really long time that just weren't able to withstand the ice accumulation on top of this crazy wind that was going on. I mean, it was a pretty scary time. Even my house, we got some trees that are close enough, that were really swaying that, we were getting pretty nervous there. So if you're thinking about moving to Portland, especially from a climate that doesn't have wintry conditions like this, which we don't really get that often. I mean, we get snow almost every year, but this was something else for sure. If you're not used to these types of conditions, it's gonna come as a major shock. And a lot of people ask me, okay, when it snows, when there's ice on the ground, do I need four-wheel drive to get around? Usually, most years, a little bit of snow, even if you have like front wheel drive, it's easy enough to get around if you just need to get to the store, or get down the street, whatever it may be. Now, commuting all around, getting all around town wouldn't be advisable really regardless, with these types of conditions or with snow on the ground. I mean, just to avoid, any potential issues, hunker down if you can. But this year definitely changed my tune. I mean, the ice accumulation on the road is about as bad as I can remember. And I mean, I have all-wheel drive, luckily. I've been able to get to the store and to a few other places, had to go to the office to access the internet for a little bit. So, lucky enough to be able to do that. But, if I didn't have that, would have been in a world of hurt for sure. And there's plenty of spots where, if you come to a complete stop, like at a stop sign or a stoplight, you can just feel your car, if you're on any elevation at all, slipping a little bit. So that's going to happen all-wheel drive or not. But I would say for sure, if you are moving to Portland, thinking about moving to the area, definitely considering getting all-wheel drive. When you have circumstances like this, especially when you're dealing with so much power outage, we're talking about loss of a heat source for a lot of people in a lot of cases. If you don't have a working fireplace, if you don't have like a gas insert with a backup battery, it was about 15 degrees probably, for the last 48 hours, or really the last 3 days. And it was more like 5 degrees or 0 degrees with the wind chill. So, that type of cold with no heat, your home gets super cold super quick. So that can be really dangerous. So having all-wheel drive, having the ability to get out to another place, whether you're booking a hotel, going to a friend's house, going to walk around the mall during the day, wherever it is, wherever you can get a little bit of heat and a little bit of warmth. Not to be too dramatic, but I mean, really kind of could be like a matter of life and death. So at least having the ability to get to another place, again, if you're losing electricity, or God forbid, if a tree is falling on your house, which, I mean, again, I can't recall anything like this as far as the number of trees that I've seen. And I've seen it, you know, just driving around. You know, I've made a couple trips to the store, to the office. Trees are down everywhere. It's insane. So, you know, I don't know if this is something that we can expect to see, you know, again in the next 20, 30 plus years, or if it's going to be something that we start seeing more and more. You know, hopefully this is more of a one-off, but preparation is important, obviously. And so not only, you know, having all-wheel drive and the ability to get out, but also, you know, preparation for things that you have in your home, super important. You know, at least a couple days supply of non-perishable food and water. I mean, this whole experience has completely changed, you know, my perspective on, you know, at least having a little bit of supplies ready should you need it. Now, the city of Portland and most cities and towns in the Portland metro area, you know, really aren't prepared for something like this. I mean, PGE, Portland General Electric, has been working around the clock. Arborists have been working around the clock to get things cleared up and to get power back on. We don't have as many snow plows as we need. They're not out there salting and de-icing every road. There is a little bit of that you see, but not nearly to the extent that we need, probably. So, you know, the main streets, the main thoroughfares, the freeways, there's enough, you know, tread marks, tire tracks that you can kind of get around like that and not just be completely on ice the entire way. But in every neighborhood and side street, I mean, there's pretty thick accumulation of this snow and then a layer of ice underneath, and it's really pretty treacherous. So really the thought in making this video is, one, you know, we have kind of this hopefully one-off but really extreme weather event, you know, winter storm that probably is making, you know, some national news, I would think, or at least will be when you start looking at how many houses got hit with trees. I mean, it is insane. So definitely worth communicating to people who are thinking about moving to the Portland metro area. The other reason is, you know, I'm not able to get to my studio, so I really got to stick to home base, and I can't really get out and about and, you know, film other places and everything. So for this week, you're getting the snowstorm, baby. Hopefully this clears up pretty quick. You can see it starting to come down right now. We're getting this kind of second wave coming in. And so hopefully it's all going to be cleared up. But if you are thinking about moving to Portland or the metro area, and if you want to talk more about, you know, extreme weather, whether it's in the winter, even spring, summer, and fall, you know, we do get some extreme weather events for sure. Pretty mild mostly. This is definitely out of the ordinary, but if you want to talk more about that, or if you want to talk about your move to Portland, planning your move to Portland, give us a call, send us a text, shoot us an email, or click the link down below in the description of the video and schedule a Zoom call with us. And we can talk more about how to survive a winter storm in Portland, talk about your move to Portland. It would be great to chat with you. If this video is helpful, make sure to hit the like button. That helps us out a lot. If you want to get more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hopefully you don't get any more videos like this, but tap that little bell to get notified every time we drop a new video. As always, really appreciate you watching. Until next time, we'll talk to you later.